Your Honor.
Not today.
I understand. No, I understand. Well, I can't sign dismissal anyway, so. We'll call U.S. versus Corey Reeves Bostic, MO16CR 93 today for a status conference.
Josh Stevens on behalf of Mr. Bostic, Your Honor.
Glenn Holbrook for the government, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Bostic, you're Corey Reeves Bostic?
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again, Mr. Bostic.
You too.
And Mr. Stevens, in order to take care of you and protect you, he set you for sort of a status conference. This is sort of a placeholder setting today, which is really smart for the attorney to do, just to make sure that the case is going to be resolved. If it's not going to be resolved, what's going to happen next and that sort of thing. He's told me today that his information, I think he's likely spoken with you about it, his information is that the government, once the federal prosecutor receives permission from supervisors or whatnot and others, that she's going to move to dismiss the case against you. I certainly don't know anything about that, all right? And Mr. Harwood might or might not. So I can't tell you for sure. I mean, obviously somebody else up the chain has to approve that for that to happen, but that sounds like good news on the way for you. And so let me look real quick.
Your Honor, for clarity, I think the issue is a pettit issue, is what they're going through right now.
And we've got a plea deadline of next Thursday, okay? So here's what I would propose we do, Mr. Stevens. Not just to keep jerking you back into court, but maybe we should set a status conference for next week to see if this has happened or not. We don't have to come if it's taken care of by then. If it's not, then we probably ought to do something to safeguard your client again. Maybe we set it on the plea deadline Thursday. That gives another full week for the government to get their business taken care of. Would that be okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And like I say, if we can communicate among all of us and make sure that if the case has been dismissed, then because some of the courts prosecuted you on that and you're convicted on it, then we can do away with the need for a hearing. So, Mr. Bostic, I guess what I'm telling you is we may not bring you over that day.
Okay.
And Mr. Stevens will be talking to you as well. That'd be good news, actually, if it doesn't. If it does happen, you could even come over on that day to preserve your, all your, sort of protect yourself. I can extend the plea a day or two, make sure that we can get it done if it's not been done. Or you could plead guilty knowing that it's going to likely be dismissed anyway. Totally up to you. We can cover that when we get here if that's a problem.
Okay.
And we'll do that next Thursday, July 21st at
3:30.
Is that okay for you, Mr. Stevens?
That'd be great.
All right, Mr. Bostic, I'll see you next week then, all right?
All right, thank you.
Possibly.
All right.
Good
Thank
luck. Mr. Harwood, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Stevens?
Nothing further,
We're
Your Honor.
good?
May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you. What did we set, 3:30? All right, great.
Are they on time, Mr. Chairman?